Excelente día, jinetes de las sombras, jinetes oscuros. Somos los jinetes oscuros. Les habla Fearteck, la caja del miedo. Les hablo desde el futuro de este mismo video, Before Your Eyes, debido a que esta experiencia va a ser diferente a las campañas que hemos subido. Recuerden, señores, que estas campañas se juegan en vivo y en directo a través de la plataforma morada. Esta plataforma hacemos just chatting, hacemos las campañas y pueden venir a participar a partir de las 6 de la tarde, horario Ciudad de México, para que ustedes experimenten junto a mí todas estas experiencias que han visto en campaña. Como les menciono, esta es la primera vez que va a ser una dinámica diferente en esta campaña. Voy a subir el video súper largo, como ya se dieron cuenta. Voy a subir toda la experiencia porque es un juego increíblemente hermoso, sorprendente y os quiero que lo puedan ver y experimentar junto conmigo. Si lo desean, y les recomiendo, consigan el juego y experimentenlo primero ustedes para que puedan vivir esta experiencia. Gracias. En este viaje tendrás que parpadear. El juego es capaz de detectar las veces que parpadeas, ¿ok? ¿Ves cómo funciona? Ah, mira. Prueba a parpadear mirando el símbolo blanco. Ah, mira. Cuando aparezca un metómeno y parpadeas, darás un salto hacia adelante, ¿ok? ¡Ah! ¡Voy a caer al agua! ¡Ayuda! ¡Ayúdenme!
Get away, you lucky fowls. That's mine.
Well, hello there, stranger. Whew. You're a real bright and shiny one, aren't you? I asked you for your name, but sadly you got no mouth to speak with or hands to shake with.
Dale,
Nose to
frecuencio.
look down with. So we're gonna have to find another way. See, what you'll find is, even though you're no longer in your body's still inside of you. If that makes any sense.
No.
So, if you understand what I'm saying, blink over my hand here. Ooh, well look at that. You're a blinking genius. I knew you were special.
Obvio soy
See all
especial.
them poor souls down there, lost in the waves? I didn't choose any of them. I chose
Uri, para empezar,
you.
me gusta, huevo.
See, I just sometimes get a sort of a hunch, or that's a better word. Notion? Better word than that.
Está buscando palabras, sinónimos.
A premonition when a soul's worth pulling up.
Ok, somos un alma.
Now you see that tower out there? Big scary one? That's where I'm taking you to see the gatekeeper. To be judged.
No.
I'm gonna present your case. Tell her the whole story of your entire life, from proud to stern. Now, if she's impressed, I get paid the big coin, and you get yourself a spot in her magnificent city. If she ain't, well, I eat seagull for dinner again, and
¿Y yo qué?
we don't have to worry about that, because I am the best orator you'll find on these sickly waters. Class A storyteller, believe you me.
Lol.
Oh, shut up, you trash birds. You had your chances. It wasn't my fault you were no good. Layabouts. Unsatisfactory clock watchers. I got some words for you.
Vale. Está muy lindo este juego. Empezamos bonito el juego. Me gusta.
Sorry you had to hear that. So sure, maybe I'm not the most verbose storyteller out there, but I know how to spin
Aullando la
it
luna.
if I'm given something to work with. And
Okay.
that's where you come in.
Sí.
Your life. You're gonna show it to me.
Híjole, mi
I
vida
want to
es
see
muy
exactly
aburrida.
what made you so absolutely great. So-
No sé.
Just think back to the very beginning, the first thing that you can remember. I'm gonna send you there. But understand, no matter how much you like it, you're not gonna be able to stay, alright? Every time you blink, you're going to jump forward in time. Could be a second,
Ok, no hay que
could be
parpadear.
5 years.
Ok,
That's just how this thing works.
ok.
Alrighty then. I hope he's ready for this. Now, the next time that you blink, I'm gonna send you back. Now, don't be afraid, and don't try to fight it. The thing to remember about blinking is, well, it's only a matter of time.
Estoy aguantando, estoy aguantando, estoy aguantando, estoy aguantando, estoy aguantando.
I'm touched you enjoy my company. I really am. But
¡Ay, parpadeé! ¡Me lleva la chingada!
just try to enjoy it this time.
¡Oh, no! Ya vi a Carito jugando de Survivalist.
Look at that sun.
¡Wow!
We've got a long, beautiful day ahead of us. Why are you smiling like that? You must-
¡No!
Mm.
Yo estaba viendo el día, no. ¡Au! Ferguson. Fergusote.
Let's go get you some seashells. What do you say?
You see that big spiky plant over there?
No veo nada.
Right over there. Don't you see?
Ah, mira.
It's called an agave. 11 years from now, that plant will die so it can give birth to this tall, amazing tree covered in flowers. We'll have to keep our eyes on that one.
Oye, de noche, no.
Day really slipped away, didn't it?
No sé qué pasa.
Oh well, days have a tendency to do that, I guess. Now, where's the first page of my piece? I can't find it anywhere. Did I
Ay, mira, ahí la tiene ahí. ¡Lo tiene él! ¡Él! No la viste.
Okay. Go ahead, kid. Look at that. There's your little
¡Oh!
man.
Me llamo Benny.
We have to make him do this every birthday.
That's a great idea. You know, that'll really be something to see how he grows. Man, the zoom on this thing is fantastic.
¡Ey, ey, ey! Yo estaba viendo esto. Ah, me lleva el tren.
Oh, you want to play along with Mommy, don't you? Give it time. I'm sure you'll be better than me soon enough. Now, where was I?
Yo le voy a meter por- ¡Ah! ¡Demonios! Por voltear a ver lo del elemento boliviano.
Sounds good, honey.
I'm sending it to my mentor next week. It has to be perfect.
Well, sounds pretty perfect to me.
Yeah, what do you like about it?
What do I like about it? I like the music.
Por menso, ándale.
That's very specific.
I also like the person playing it.
Yeah. I'm worried that might have something to do with it. Look at his little face. What do you think
Parpadeo
he's
mucho.
thinking about?
I don't know. Probably solving the problems of the universe.
¡No! No quiero
No, it's not
parpadear.
derivative. At least I didn't think it was. Do you think you could tell the other members of the selection committee what I just told you? Right. No, I'm sorry. I guess I just put a lot of expectation on this call. Okay, I understand. Thank
Iba a
you for
terminar con los ojos
considering me,
resecos.
Mr. It really means a lot.
No quiero saltar en el tiempo, yo quiero estar viendo
Oh.
esto.
That's sure a little mess of color.
¿Sí?
You know, if you keep working at it, one day you'll be able to paint exactly what's in your head. You'll be a real artist. Unlike your poor mom.
¡Ay, no! ¡No! La mamá te triste, no. Órale.
See? That used to be my piano.
Good
My
boy.
dad gave it to me. He loved music. Fled his home country just to have a chance to pursue it. God, he made me practice so much. I hated it at first. I think he hoped to make it further than conducting the high school choir. Never said anything, though. He was what you might call the strong, silent type. Can you believe I grew up in the snow and I came all the way out here to the beach? I don't even know how I got here. Dad
Qué
got his
bonito.
job and I just came with him.
¡No!
Hey, Benny.
Oye, Beltrán, yo estaba viendo
Ready to
eso.
see something really special?
I just don't want him to get attached. Richard.
What?
¡Oh,
the cutest thing I've
Michito!
ever seen.
What's
¡Míralo!
wrong with that?
We can't keep him, can we? I mean, I'm pretty much definitely allergic, so no, right?
No. Well,
¡No! ¡Salté en el tiempo! ¡Me lleva el tren! Nada más alérgica y yo feliz con el gatito.
Now play the C major chord I taught you. Remember? There you go. Doesn't that make you feel happy? Like you just want to jump up and down? Now what about C minor? You remember how to play that one? Very good.
Qué bendición ver gatitos.
Just one note different. That one sounds sad, doesn't it? Amazing what a difference one little change can make on how a person feels. Sort of like me and your little friend on your piano there.
Ay, qué bonito. No, 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 no. No quiero brincar, no quiero brincar en el tiempo. El gatito está aquí. No, 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 no. Aguanta, aguanta, Fear, aguanta, Fear. ¡Demonios!
she was in grad school studying composition. I never met anyone like her. I just prayed to God I could somehow keep up. I think she liked that I was a professor.
¡Ah!
certain
¡Pillín!
Gravitas in her
¡Qué
eye,
bendición!
which I very quickly lost.
Los cacharon. Puercotes.
God, she dragged me to so many places.
¡No! Yo quería escuchar el chisme. ¿Y Michi? Oigan, ¿y Michi? Lo escucho.
That's my piece. How did you figure out how to play that? Richard, are you hearing this?
What?
He's playing my piece. He must have figured it out by ear. I mean, I was a gifted kid, but he's brilliant.
Soy un genio. ¡Ah! Hola, Michi.
Oh God, I have my interview in 5 minutes and I completely forgot to feed him.
Qué bonito es esto.
Don't worry, I already did.
Oh, thank God. For a moment, I forgot what a great father you are.
Focus on the interview, honey. I got this.
No, no quiero parpadear. ¡No! Me lleva el tren, no quiero parpadear.
Excuse me, of course, sir. It's all organized into folders, sitting ready on my kitchen table. They will
¡Ya
be on your desk
creció!
when you get in. What could possibly happen to the files between now and tomorrow?
¡Oh! Ya dibujo mejor,
Are
¿eh?
fine.
¡Ay, no! ¿Es en serio? Puerco, marrano, cochino. ¡Paltoso! ¿Por qué te hiciste del baño? ¡Ah! Sí, eres Palti.
When's he coming?
I'm flying him out in February, remember? You know, I think he was pretty surprised that I could actually afford to do that.
Hey, why not?
¡Ay, demonios! Parpadeé 2 veces.
This is called a metronome. We use it to measure time so we don't
Gatote.
get lost in the music. I want you to start using it before Grandpa comes to visit.
El abuelo.
You know, my father once told me, when I was about your age, the only way to fight against time is to create a work of genius
She's
which might
aguacato.
live on after you're gone. So I asked him, what about your children? Thinking, you know, I might be a work of genius just as I was. He said, yes, I suppose. If you made a work of genius, I haven't seen him in over 10 years.
10 años. Ups. Me fui del tiempo. No sé qué pasó.
You really need to stay in time with the metronome, okay?
Subdivide the time. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E.
¡Ah, demonios!
There you
Parpadeé
go, buddy.
mucho.
Okay, now keep a firm grip on it, just like that. Oh my! You like that, pal? Sorry,
Poor
buddy.
Richie.
Turn around, L, so we can photograph you.
I'm just really behind right now. Why don't you take photos in the backyard?
Oh, y dejen de brincar en el tiempo. Quiero ver las cosas. ¡Se perdió el gatito! ¡No!
Ernie,
Ernie.
buddy,
Ernie!
Ernie.
Ernie, we need you!
God, no, what if you got
¡No!
eaten by a coyote?
My sinuses would be eternally indebted.
What did you just say?
No, I said I'm really worried.
¡No!
So
¡Gatito!
you're saying it's a coincidence that it disappears for weeks and then comes back with a key?
¡Ay, tiene gatitos!
Ernie's boy.
And you're sure about that?
No.
I'm still not understanding how you let this happen.
I don't.
Tenía gatitos.
He keeps coloring the grass blue, the ocean green, and then the sky red.
And what's wrong with that?
No, are you kidding? I love being able to pick up the new book.
Yes, the Manila Galleon was of particular interest.
I meant Benny's book.
Oh, yeah, got those too.
It's expensive, right?
No.
Ok, soy niña, ya entendí que soy niña.
I mean, they did. And it's stupidly big.
Ya nos supimos quedando con el abuelo. No, no quiero saltar.
I
Quería ver
know
qué
it
pasaba.
seems impossible that you could ever play something so complex. But just take it one day at a time. Trust me.
Hasta la noche.
You're really getting there, honey. Next week we'll start working on your other hand.
Eso es Ruperta.
Okay.
The quiz said find the zero, and he just drew an arrow pointing to it.
Ah, somos malísimos en la
What's
escuela.
wrong with that?
I mean, everything is wrong with that.
No, hombre, somos malísimos en la escuela, amigos.
Congratulations, B. First of many, I'd assume.
I want that.
¡No! ¿Por qué me llevan a otro lado?
This isn't my house. It's not my house.
Right, it's my house. You have 5 minutes to get.
Fall back, you fool.
¿Qué onda?
I'll have your heads. I'll feed them to the cat.
No.
I'm playing some.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Come over here.
Oh, el ligue, la vecina.
Camera boy, I'm talking to you.
Hagan teleport. Hola, Pereki, ¿cómo estás? Me desespero que de repente brinco.
Taking photos.
Me gusta sacar
If
fotos.
you really want to take a photo of something cool, you should take a photo of this.
Ay, brincó del tiempo otra vez.
Quiet, everyone. Benny's about to play for us.
Ah, estoy perro.
Wow, L, he's unbelievable. My God, I didn't realize our head of accounting was raising a musical prodigy.
Didn't you used to be a composer yourself, Elle?
No, I don't know if I'd say that.
But you used to write your own.
Ay, brinqué en el tiempo. Ah, su madre, por Dios.
World history. My name is Mr. Isaac.
No quiero estar en clases.
Class will be broken up in
Hey, you.
units.
Look on your desk. I wrote you something.
Pues dijo Tech. ¿Qué voy diciendo ahorita? Vamos a ver la misma clase, qué casualidad. Hazme un favor, cuando estuvimos en el colegio. Haz como si no nos conociéramos y no hables nunca. Con cariño, Clau. ¿Qué
I
demonios?
want each of you to write it down. Not doodle on the sidelines, not stare off into space. Okay. Now I will go on to the next slide.
Uy.
Chloe, tell me, what did the quote say?
Ándale, mensa, ándale,
I
mensa.
definitely know this.
You were taking notes, weren't you, Chloe?
Oh yes, of course. Come on, dude, help me out. It's that people who are in the past always remember. I don't know what I'm saying.
Those who do not remember the past are condemned to repeat it. And what's a better illustration of this point?
Y viajamos en el
I
tiempo.
tried to convince your father not to buy you that thing, but he insisted.
¿Qué es
I
esto?
suspect he bought it for himself.
¡Videojuegos!
They're pretty cute, though. I will admit that.
Se llaman monstruos.
Paid to think of that crap.
Aventuras raudales. Por fin llega a Playscape tus musculosos favoritos. Embarca en un viaje junto a Marcy y sus 4 hermanos y encuentra a su madre, la legendaria reina Concha. Atrapa monstruos discos con las innovables patentadas de Doctor Mejillón y libra espectaculares combates. ¿Puedes encontrar el tesoro de la almeja Chirla? Papá, si me quiere, si me compra jueguitos. Oigan, ¿y mi gato?
I've definitely seen you next door, but I didn't realize you guys had become friends.
Ah, mira, ya tenemos
Oh,
amiguitos.
sure. We sit together in history class. I don't know what I'd do without old Benny.
Very sweet. Thank you for playing this game with him.
You are not my friend, by the way. Since
No.
you refused to help me in class, I decided our relationship is purely transactional.
¡Pero yo te ayudé!
Okay, shut up, shut up, shut up. I really want this one.
¡Qué
Maybe
desgraciada!
I'll use tickle stick. Oh, that's a pretty good drawing.
Desgraciada.
It's called a magnet school.
Me mandaron a una
It's
escuela de
about an hour
música.
away in a town called Burton. I know the change can be scary, but I just want you to go in and meet the dean I spoke with. You know, life can take you to some incredible places if you're really, really good at something. It's just, you've had so much trouble making...
So what do you think, Benjamin? You think you could excel in that sort of an environment?
Oh, está chido ese perrito.
Sorry, he gets very shy.
Oh, not to worry. If he's as gifted as you say he is, shyness is no problem. Why don't you two come back closer to the end of the year for an audition? We'll get a few pieces that you can have him start learning. I'm eager to hear what you...
¡Ah, demonios! Mis ojitos. Me pusieron música de Batch.
As you can see, there are some very fast runs in there, and a lot of stuff I've not taught you properly yet. So no pressure. I just want you to try, and we can see if you start enjoying it. Just like to see you really rise to the occasion, just this once. I wish I had the option of going to a school like that.
Uy, empezar a
I wouldn't be
reclamarme.
working this boring job or living in this boring town, I'll tell you that.
Quiere vivir a través del hijo.
What was that? Was that the piece? What is going on with you these days? I barely know.
Me enojé. Recuerda, hoy es el primer día del resto de tu vida. Ay.
Don't answer that, Ben. You can talk to your friend after you practice.
Le iba a contestar y no me dejó.
Oh my god. Is she really calling you again? What, is she obsessed with you? What are you doing? I explicitly asked you not to pick up the phone.
Oh, he's fine. Go talk to her.
Oh, what do you know about anything that's going on right now?
Okay, you know, I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't raise your voice like that.
Uy,
Well,
ya
then
están
don't stick your nose in
peleando.
the things that you're completely checked out of.
Okay.
Man,
maybe
did I just
am
cause a
little
fight
checked out,
with your
but
parents?
I actually think
I'm
that
No.
sorry, dude.
checked out means
But
I'm
you
gonna
should
send
also
help to
cherish
the ocean
these
here a little
moments.
bit.
My mom and dad used to fight, and I would always hate it, but now I actually miss it a lot.
He papareado 2000 veces, no inventes. ¡Ay, le coloqué! Fue sin querer.
Anubis, in the presence of Ma'at, who you remember is the goddess of truth and justice, would weigh the deceased soul against a feather, determining whether it was worthy of entering into her land of the dead. And what if they are deemed unworthy? Well, you can see that ugly fur ball under the scale? That is Amamet, and
Hey,
she's got...
Mr. Kid.
That's a sheep. The head of a crocodile, fur
Cuida,
of
besito,
a
rabito.
lion, see, and the body of a hippopotamus.
Esta noche cuando mi padre esté roncando voy a escaparme a pasar la noche en la playa. Si quieres sumarte haz un dibujo del señor ese que te con
As
cariño
you
tu
can
vecina Rita.
see, she is ready to devour any of the deceased.
Ew, why is he so scared looking?
Okay, I'll call you when I'm leaving my house. You better pick up my call,
So
dude.
I am not quite sure why I don't hear more frantic scribbling right now.
Está bonito esto. Creativo. Creo que ya, aquí sí que hay que brincar.
Slightly worried about having him change schools just as he's starting to make friends.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the only reason she keeps coming here is to play that game you bought for him.
Okay, listen, I don't claim to understand the motives of children.
Richard, Benny has a chance here. A real chance to be really good at something.
Está viviendo a través de su hijo.
But I don't think you actually really understand what that is.
Huh. No, I suppose you're right.
Oh, Richard, please. God, why is he like that?
Ay, Dios mío. Eso está mal. No vivan a través de sus hijos. Pueden inculcarle algunos valores y todo lo que quieras, pero no vivir a través de los hijos. Muy malo. ¡Oh, no!
Lights out. You need to be rested for tomorrow. Memory consolidates when you're asleep. So if you go to sleep now, you will awaken a master. Trust me.
Richard, tell your son to turn the lights off.
Uy.
Mom says turn the lights off.
Not mom says, you say.
I say turn the lights off.
Ya la apagué. Soy un desmadre, Game Boy.
Wow, didn't think you'd actually pick up. I mistook you for a baby. I apologize. Okay, so meet me out in the alley in T-minus now, okay? Chloe, out.
No sé si tomé la mejor decisión. Voy a obligar a ser Challenger número 1 en Corea.
You know, I'm really glad you're here. There's something I've been meaning to talk to you about. Or to get off my chest. Okay. I don't think Consters is actually a really good game. My cousin Yoon, who was in town this weekend, and he was explaining how it's actually a ripoff of a really good Japanese game. He calls it a cash grab. So, I'm sorry that I made you like it because it's actually a terrible game.
Uy, el clásico
But I
primo
also
fastidioso.
think that if it was a really good game, maybe we wouldn't have enjoyed playing it as much. We would have been so focused on how good it was and not the feelings we had while we were playing it. Like, my favorite vegetable is the tomato, but Yoon thinks that they're the grossest ever. And you're probably the worst in school, but I also like hanging out with you the most.
Stay.
Which was also something I wanted to talk to you about. I like hanging out with you a lot.
Here, stay here. Eres stay here. Ah,
I didn't
demonios.
sleep at all. Out in the cold all night.
Voy con
You're already
que vaya
feeling
bien el
sick,
juego.
aren't you?
Gracias, Peje. Perejil.
It's okay. You still got this. I mean, all the practice had to count for something. Maybe just try and close your eyes now and get a little sleep on the way over. I'm going to play the recording so the sound of mastery can seep into your subconscious a little, okay? Close your eyes, Ben. We're going to be there soon.
La mamá quiere vivir a través de su hijo. Eso está muy
In your
mal.
own time, Benjamin, we are very excited to
Ah,
hear-
¿no soy niña? ¿Soy Benjamin? Ok. Pues que era niña.
Oh, okay, okay. I think that's enough. So, Benjamin, why don't we plan on having you come back next year again, once you've had a bit more time to practice? Yes? As you know, Burton isn't the right fit for every student, and I wish you the best of luck on your path, wherever it may take you, okay? All right.
Ay, qué
Maybe I
horrible.
pushed you too hard. Maybe I turned into my own father.
Buen provecho,
I don't
provechito.
know. You have to find something to focus on. The world isn't very kind to people who aren't really good at something.
No, no hagas eso, señora. No educa a su hijo así. Oh, que no sea idiota.
We want him home from school for a while. Just until this nasty thing clears.
¿Qué pasó?
Hey, Elle, would you mind taking a quick walk with me down to my office?
¿Qué hago en el
There's
hospital?
a small clerical thing I need you to look at before I can let you two go.
Oh, yes, of course. I'll be right back, Benny, okay?
Just maybe 5 minutes, kiddo. Okay?
Sin querer brinqué.
A crucial time in his development. He shouldn't be confined to his room.
having him home for long means I can spend more time with him. You know? We can focus him, make sure he's staying engaged.
Can we please try to speak a little softer? I really...
Entiendo. Tic tac, tic tac. Hola, jefe. Ah, me salí de noche. Claro. Ahora soy un vagabundo. Claro que sí. Soy un fefe en la naturaleza.
This isn't video game time. I want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home from school.
Pero yo quiero jugar videojuegos. El barquito está chido. Mi cuarto todo desordenado. Se pone que estás viendo todos los ojos de esquizofrenia o con el show. No, son ojos normales.
Hey, B! Dinner's ready! B! You hear me? What's he doing?
He's gone. He's becoming completely obsessed.
No puedo obsesionar. Como la mamá se obsesionó con la música. ¡Oh! Está chingón.
Well, ever since he got sick, all he does is make art.
¿De qué me enfermé? No entiendo.
What about his piano?
La mamá cada que puede. Ay, Dios mío, me desespera la mamá.
And Mr. Benjamin Bryn has been awarded first place.
A huevo, soy un chingón. Y ahora será una carta de Yu-Gi-Oh! A huevo.
I really gotta thank you for this, Benny. Emma Bills is so pissed that weird camera kid won over her multiple horse portrait that she literally just left with her dad in tears.
Está bonito también este. Las flores. Y le ganó mi bote. Tómenla. Parpadeó mucho, me he dado cuenta. ¿Tu facultad de Bellas Artes? Pregunta Mateo, escribe brevemente porque desea comenzar una carrera en el mundo del arte. ¡Oh! Está chingón esto. Y todo por que irse a dormir.
You are not here to learn to be painters. You are here to learn to be artists. And although I was hired to teach you, it is a sham. There is no teaching art.
¿Y eso?
So don't just sit there slack-jawed. Make art, you ponies!
Ahí está. Demonios.
Oh, how very wacky and fun these are. It's very zany, very kitsch. Lucky for you, the world is always in need of more greeting card artists. There you go, Mr. Bryn.
Oye, esto es interesante.
Feel each shape.
Hasta lo más sencillo.
Oh, you fiend!
I want you all to take a long look at what Mr. Bryn has done here.
Sí, me abstracto, obvio.
You see, he has reached down deep within himself and created a masterpiece.
Fue muy chingón, ¿verdad? Soy la verga, huevo.
I pray you have a strong hold on yourself, Mr. Bryn. For I fear a talent like these, you may soon be swept away by a whirlwind. It becomes difficult putting one foot in front of the other when they are no longer touching the ground.
Soy un chingón, Benjamin
I'm
Brain.
stunned. The ironic sincerity of this piece is so sincerely ironic.
He's flipped the
¿De
disc
qué habla?
so thoroughly, I'm actually dizzy.
¿De qué habla? No, yo nomás lo agarré para una clase. ¡Qué absurdo!
I know that lots of agents gave you lots of cards, and it all probably feels weird and alienating and the opposite of what being a starving artist is supposed to feel like. But if I can teach you one thing, it's that if opportunity knocks, you open the door. Making a living isn't selling out. I wish I had thought of it that way.
Benjamin! Marvelous!
Don't worry. You're not selling your soul.
Vender mi alma, sí. ¿Dónde firmo? A vender mi alma,
I've
señores.
got a good feeling about you. We're going to make a lot of money together, aren't we?
Me vas a matar, ¿verdad? ¿A poco soy muy críticos, al parecer?
To actually making some money with one's art. Lord knows I could never do it.
El contrato de mate. Oigan, el papá no lo he visto,
Ooh, that's good. So, now that you've made it, tell me, what are you going to do with it?
Nunca te sientes satisfecha, ¿verdad? Déjame en paz.
Honey, stop. Is that
Oh my god. I think it is.
of all places?
Se ve muy sencillo lo que estoy haciendo,
Hey, honey. Your work's incredible.
LOL. Joder, el contrato de Matem, sí. Pinche contrato de Matem.
Ben, don't even pick up this call, okay? I mean it. I'm just calling to inform you that I went to the doctor today, and well, I'm gonna be a little sick for a while, but really, I don't want you worrying about it at all.
A ver, ¿qué pasó?
Benny, I told you not to pick up. There's nothing you can do for me right now. All you can do is just keep painting, keep striving.
But that's enough from me.
Se murió la mamá.
Now, you'll hear from the person who I believe is the single thing in the world my wife is most proud of. Her magnum opus, so to speak. Huh. I think you all know who I'm talking about. Benny? You ready to come up here?
No, no estoy listo.
Go on, B. Say something. What's wrong? Why aren't you talking?
quieres que hable? Quería vivir a través de mí y la decepcioné. Y luego por el arte. Nunca aprendió. No me dejó ser yo.
Hey, honey. Guess who's calling? Again? Look, you know I talk to big, important people. People who could change your life every day. Hey, Benny. Guess who's calling? Well, here's the call. We're finished. We're done so kaput. It's over.
Pues sí, se acabó porque ya no puedo pintar.
Just calling to tell you,
Le va borracho.
I think I'm selling the house. She's everywhere here, son. I can't move without bumping into her. And then I just find myself breaking down again. I hope you understand.
Take whatever you want. With your mother gone, I'm hoping to finally live without all the clutter.
I'm just so glad you got to speak to her one last time. I mean, I know she told you not to pick up the phone, but, well, I'm just so happy that you did.
She just wanted you to focus on your work. That was the only thing that mattered to her.
Manuscrito de su madre. Es un juego muy sencillo, pero quería ser algo más elaborado.
Look. It's unbelievable, Benny. It's like she's standing in the room with us. Like I can see her in the paint. I can feel her.
Una vida en pintura. Transcurso de un día, inspirada en la obra de su difunta madre, la compositora Elle Fishman. Pese a no haber sido demasiado conocida en vida, Brin sacó a la luz trabajo de su madre con la dirección de su nueva pieza. Actualmente Fishman está considerada una de las mejores compositoras de su época.
I can't believe this. It's
Lo-
been years. I just walked through the entire show. It's unbelievable. I'd love to walk through it again with you. I mean, if you were down for that.
La vecina.
I just can't believe that my entire childhood I was living next to a bona
Búsqueda
fide
constante.
genius. I should have guessed it. I mean, with all those little drawings you did. And your mom.
Salta la fama.
I always heard her playing piano from next door, but I didn't know she wrote the actual music. She was a genius. Like mother, like son, I guess.
Estoy triste y estoy enojado a la vez.
Hey, so, not to be forward, but...
Luego,
what are
luego.
you
Ya
doing
viste que es
after
famoso,
this?
luego, ¿eh?
Maybe we could get a drink or something?
No le pierdes.
I'd really love to catch up. I can't believe everything that's happened to you. I want to hear all about it.
Now would you look at that?
El lobo ya vino por mí.
Believe my luck.
Hola, ¿qué pasó?
You finally hit the jackpot, Flapjack. All the nobody nothings dying every day. You finally sink your hook into a... Oh!
La muerte.
There you are. Well, hello, sir. If I realized, I would have cleaned up. I'm just used to fishing up a different class of soul. I mean, sure, I've had scientists, a couple college athletes here or there, but whew, an internationally renowned painter? The gatekeeper's gonna eat you up. Hey, speaking of that, why don't we give your story a test run? Maybe you help me out with the word choice, since, you know, I'm still working on that. See if I'm getting all the strokes right, the proper composition.
Ay, Dios mío, trata de hablar el lenguaje de los pintores. Eso es muy de mal gusto.
Forget about it. All right, here we go. Gatekeeper! Before you stands the soul of a great man. Now, would you describe yourself as a happy kid or a lonely one?
Solitario.
His childhood was a lonely one. Growing up as a strange,
digo, estoy feliz y estoy enojado a la vez.
In an isolated seaside town. And, what'd you say your mom was?
Puerco la máscara.
Composer or an accountant?
Compositora.
His mother was a composer who, with the need
Hola,
to
Máscara, ¿cómo
support
estás?
her family,
Puercote este.
took a job as an accountant. How would you describe her as a teacher? More encouraging or demanding?
Demanding.
Kind of like your champion. Therefore, as his piano teacher, she was over-demanding, forcing him to practice day in and day out, hoping that he might one day achieve that greatness that she never could. And how about that neighbor girl? What was she to you? Was she your best friend or your first love? Now, be honest here.
Algo quería, algo quería.
But on the eve of his big audition, he completely dropped the ball, staying up all night with his first love and blowing it the next day. Now, from that moment forward, his mother gave up on him. She knew he didn't have what it took to be a truly great musician. But little did she know, she just picked the wrong medium, right? See, when he was 12 years old, he got sick. And he had to stay inside for an entire year.
Ya sé cuál hablas.
In that year, he rediscovered a talent he'd forgotten. Painting. Sure, he loved finger painting as a child. Color and shape were the first languages he learned to speak. But for the first time, he saw it in a more serious light. He was accepted into an exclusive art school where he caught the eye of an esteemed professor who launched his work into the national spotlight. Now be quiet. With expectations on his career mounting, he stalled himself into bankruptcy, which turned out to be a blessing, for it wasn't until he returned home to the house he grew up in that he began work on what would ultimately be considered his masterpiece. I said shut up, you scumdolls! You lucky fowls!
Ahí está Masca, señores, ahí está Masca.
All right! I get it! I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
¿Qué pasó? Me han copiado y no me pagan. Híjole, la regalía, no firmaste.
As much anyway. I should probably tell you, those things, they're not regular gulls. They're lyre birds. They're what becomes of souls who tried to lie to the gatekeeper. And once they try that, they're never allowed near her city again.
¿Mantiene algo?
I get to feeling bad for not defending them right, so they just stay on with me. Living reminders of my oratory shortcomings. Oh, yeah, good thinking. I'll be back to get you once I'm done with this one. Hopefully you won't be seeing him again.
Estoy muy frustrado con la vida que vivió el personaje, el Benjamin de esta historia. Muy frustrado.
You're a flea-bitten sap, you know that? Just look at him. Poor fool doesn't know what he's in for.
Fuck.
Now don't think that I haven't dealt with people like you. You're ashamed of something. Something so terrible, you're trying to blink right past it.
¿So ahora qué hice?
Because if the gatekeeper knew, she'd have to dream up fresh new hells to punish someone as worthless as you. And I'm sure you're right. I'm sure you're the rottenest soul that I ever fished out of that black muck. And I should have thrown you back and sanitized my paw as soon as I laid eyes on you. But it's too late for that.
¿Qué hice? ¿Qué demonios?
We're in this together. And the gatekeeper, she'll see right through your fake lies as if they were glass. So I'm gonna ask you again to start from the very beginning. And this time, I want the truth.
¿Te conté la verdad?
This ain't a schoolyard staring contest, buddy. Now you best close those beady little...
Cuando nació, ¿sí?
Not this.
Now play the C major chord I taught you. Remember?
Come on, keep blinking. I haven't found it yet.
Doesn't that make you feel happy?
You know, my father once told me, when I was about your age, the only way to fight against time is to create a work.
This. Stay here. What did your mother hear on that phone call?
A ver, aguantar. Esto es lo que me dio curiosidad a mí.
I'm getting it. Hello? Yes, of course. This is
¡El abuelo!
Oh. What is it?
See, she knew she hadn't yet lived up to her father's expectations. And now, she never could. Let's keep going.
You really need to stay in time with the metronome, okay?
You were a prodigal talent. I get it. Let's move.
1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E. We're eternally indebted.
What did you just say?
This isn't a trip down memory lane. I need you to... Yes, I understand about the cat. Let's keep going.
Aguantar, hay que aguantar, hay que aguantar. No quiero que me pase esto. No, no, no me hagas esto, por favor.
Keep your eyes open. I need to see.
No, no me hagas esto, por favor. No, juego, no me hagas esto. Esta escena me la salté sin querer, pero ahora que la pienso y la analizo, no me gusta lo que estoy viendo.
The death of those cats must have taught you a terrifying lesson. that simply being alive wasn't enough. So then you went to work to make yourself sensational.
I like hanging out with you a lot, which is weird because after what happened with my
Stay
mom,
here.
I never like hanging out with anyone.
I know you want to stay here, man, but we don't have the time.
So this has been a big surprise for me this year.
No solamente era el gatito, eran todos los gatitos. Por algo decía, no están. ¿Qué pasó con los gatitos?
I'm not worried about who you are, Benny. I'm worried about who you're going to become.
I get all this. We need to move.
Hey, Elle, would you mind taking a quick walk with me down to my office?
La enfermedad, sí, entiendo eso.
Make sure you stay engaged.
Can you please try to speak a little softer? I really don't want him to hear us.
Sin querer salté.
Let's try this again.
Stay engaged.
Este juego me está rompiendo. No
I
puedo.
need to hear what they're saying. Really try to recall it. Try closing your eyes.
what's the point?
It might help you remember.
What do you mean? What's the point? What does that mean?
What's the point of any of it? If he's never gonna get any better.
Okay. Let's not say that. Okay? We know we don't mean it.
I know I don't. I know.
I mean, what if he heard one of us saying something like that?
I'd never forgive myself.
It's okay. He's asleep. But it's okay.
I see. You got sick. You howled at the moon, at the top of your lungs. You were sick for a long time, weren't you? Sicker than healthy kids are supposed to get?
Ni va a sobrevivir.
Well, no matter how painful it gets, I need you to remember. We're almost at the end of this.
This
Cuando quería
isn't
jugar.
video game time. I want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home from school. Try writing with it.
Hola, mamá.
Well, hello, Benny. It was your grandfather's, but I used it in college to write lyrics.
Qué artista.
Exactly. It was very artsy. Actually, I was just good at fooling your dad. Made him think I was some kind of genius. Why don't you write the story of your life so far? And then what you're going to do once you get better. That's the story I want to hear. Story of who you're going to become, okay?
La mamá se obsesionó con que hiciera algo de su vida. Eso no está mal. O no sé. La maravillosa vida de Benjamin Brain. Su niñez fue una solitaria, creciendo como un extraño y un chico callado. En una playa isolada. Ahí está. Fuimos de solitaria, fue un niño peculiar y callado que creció en un pueblo recóndito de la costa. Lo que le hemos dicho al lobo. Tuvo una infancia solitaria, ahí está, ya lo hemos leído. Su madre fue compositora y para apoyar a su familia trabajó como contadora.
Man, this is wild. You really got into this, didn't you? Oh, here I am. But on the eve of his big audition, he completely dropped the ball, staying up all night with his first love and blowing it the next day. First love? Okay, Benny. And you know, we really could have just slept on the beach another night, but I'm also glad we didn't because, well, another night wouldn't be the same night, if that makes sense. Okay, back to the story.
Le valió
He
madres.
loved finger painting as a child.
You are going to be in there for about 30 minutes, so try to get comfortable.
No.
You're doing great, buddy. Just a little longer, okay?
Ya aguanta un chingo.
Knock, knock. You're gonna be so annoyed with me, but I couldn't help but overhear Chloe reading loud from what I think was your story the other night. I know. I promised myself I wouldn't eavesdrop, but I would really love to read it if you'd let me. What do you say? You know I'm such a big fan of anything you do.
Léela. ¿Cómo le puedo decir que la lea?
Go in there and tell him you loved it.
Nah, es mala.
Not right now.
Okay.
La puta madre yo trabajando, perdona, Fearteck.
Go to bed. I'll talk.
Estoy viendo si para parir a la verga. Cállate.
Hey, B. Just want you to know that Mom loved your story. She's just... I think it was just very emotional for her to read. But I thought it was great.
Recorto de ley,
Look
no
at
es
this.
suma.
His childhood was a lonely one, growing up a strange and quiet child in an isolated seaside town.
No le gustó lo que dije de la mamá.
Certainly bummed you feel that way. But what I want to know is, where'd you learn to write so well? All those cool words. Reads like Dickens. Really just very cool stuff, kiddo. You should be very proud, okay? Okay. Love you, buddy.
Recorto de ley. Benjamin fue un pringado. Fue el peor Brian que ha pisado la tierra. La depresión. Ni siquiera intentó combatir su enfermedad. Se quedó tumbado esperando la muerte.
So if he's ever in pain, all he needs to do is press that red button and the drug will administer itself.
Thank you so much. You know, I know my wife would normally want to thank you herself.
No, I understand. It hits mothers the hardest, this sort of thing.
Thank you for understanding. It's been a rough one. Hey, Eddie. Yeah, hey man, it's Richard. Listen, I know Elle's been missing in action, but I just want you to understand things have taken a really bad turn here. Yeah, no, that's not going to be possible. To be honest, your whole tone is pissing me off right now. Yes, I understand you have a business to run. It's a very cliche thing to say to me in a time like this. Okay.
Pues no sé.
Well, then I guess all I can say is screw you too. I said screw you too. Yeah, man, that's all I got.
Hey, this isn't funny, you know? What, you're too scared to talk to me? Well, just so you know, I know you're faking.
No seas cabrona.
If you were really sick, like actually sick, you'd have told me already. I happen to actually know about this stuff. So the fact that you are faking just so you don't have to go to school with me is actually ridiculous. I don't know if you're embarrassed about our night at the beach together, so you're avoiding me or what, but I just wanted to call to say I really don't appreciate being lied to. And it's not that I need your help in history class, you know. I actually never needed your help in history class. And I just pretended because you were clearly really lonely and you had no friends. And it was my New Year's resolution to be nicer to people. So, I just wanted to say that you've reminded...
Ya la chingada.
I remember when you were just 4 years old. Mom was going through a pretty tough time. I mean, not as tough as now, but yeah, her music had been rejected, and she's having trouble adjusting to her quiet little life out here, and I feared that I was losing her. But then you played this on the piano, and just your little hands reaching up for the keys. She just couldn't believe how gifted you were. And once she heard that, well, it was like you brought her right back to me. So, I was wondering if maybe you could do that trick again. Try closing your eyes. See if you can remember. Just try holding your eyes closed.
Wait, that's my piece. How did you figure out how to play that?
Keep playing, B. She's listening.
perrito! ¡No! ¡Es el gatito! ¡Es el gatito!
What are you doing, Elle? She's gonna make you sick.
Oh, it's okay. I'm just so happy she's here. We've got to show this cat some real love. She's been through more than we can even imagine. Hasn't been over. Like, she didn't even care to visit?
No, I mean, I don't think he's told her.
And you're just letting that be?
I don't know her step. You know how Benny is.
She lost her mother a year ago. You knew that, right?
No, but what does that have to do with...
Okay, do we have her dad's number?
I don't know. Check the book.
Okay, I'm calling now.
Honey.
La más bien metiche, en serio. Ay, Dios.
Oh my god, you're an idiot. You do realize this is really nothing special to me. I've seen this all before. I was thinking about what you said in the story the other day and how I reacted to it. I feel kind of bad. I shouldn't have done that. But hey, what are you looking at? Don't look up there. Look at me. I'm talking to you. I want to give you something, but I think I don't want to be in the room when you see what it is. So maybe if you close your eyes, I can give it to you and I'm gonna leave. Close your eyes now, okay?
Chale, yo quería ver. Vida vecino rarito. Tú eres mi primer amor. Con cariño, Chloe. ¡Ay, qué bonito! Quiero escuchar qué dicen.
What is that?
It's something new I'm working on.
So you're writing again?
It's just a melody that came to me. It feels good to play it.
It's sad.
Yeah, well, that would make sense. But do you like it?
I mean, yeah. I love everything you do.
What do you like about it?
Not this old trap.
Come on. I'm waiting.
Well, it made me feel like if the unspeakable darkness I'm carrying can be so well expressed, maybe it's not so unspeakable. Nailed it, didn't I?
Yeah. I mean, that was pretty good.
Get well soon. Está chido ese.
I can't breathe.
I know.
It's okay, Benny, I understand. There's no need to show me anymore.
No, Richard, it's like I can't breathe. Like there's this clamp on my chest.
I know. It's okay.
You can come back to me now.
You have to do something. Richard, I can't breathe. I feel like I can't breathe.
It's okay, Benny, just close your eyes. You know, for a while now, I've wondered if I'm just not a good enough storyteller. If I just don't have grand enough words, can't tell grand enough stories. But grand words and stories, I think they may be overrated. I know just what to tell her. Watch for her now. I've seen the gatekeeper take many forms depending on the soul I bring her. But once you see her, you'll know. Believe me. I should go get
Ya
ready.
lo he aguantado nada porque es transporte público. Yo no estoy aguantando, estoy en stream.
Don't worry. We got this.
He estado llorando todo el juego, en serio. Todo es culpa de Gillian, sí, todo es culpa de Gillian. Ándale, sí. ¡El gatito! Perdón.
There she is. Wish me luck.
Gatekeeper, before you sits the soul of a child who died before he could grow old.
That means she's ready to hear your story.
¿Otra vez la tengo que vivir?
You know, I never told you how much I loved your story. It's really so imaginative. And the person you wrote about is such an interesting and intense guy. My only issue was, well, I didn't like him very much. So, I wanted to read you something I wrote for you, which is about the Benny
Qué
I've
bonito
known
gatito.
for 11 years now.
Natch.
It's called The Great Life of Benjamin Brin.
No lo conozco.
Benjamin Brin was born into an ordinary home, to an ordinary mother and father in a small town by the sea. His mother was a composer, or at least that's what she dreamed she'd be. So, when her own dreams didn't pan out, she began to dream for him.
Sí, se pasa.
But then, when he was just 11 years old, he got sick and was forced to stay inside for an entire year. And in that year, he began to worry that he hadn't lived enough. So he made up a story of the great life he thought he wanted to live, which only made him forget the great life he already had. How he had filled a new home with light and joy and promise. How he met a girl, his neighbor, who felt all alone in the world and made her feel okay again. And how, even when he was sick, he still gave his parents hope. How he reminded them exactly who they were after they had almost forgotten. So when he knew he was going to go, he was okay. Because he'd already lived a great life, a full life. And he was everything he needed to be, just as he was.
She accepts. Close your eyes now, and keep them closed. She's gonna let you in. Go on.
Why is he smiling like that?
You know what to
It
do.
must be somewhere that he likes.
No sé si voy a subir la campaña de este juego, honestamente. Ay, Dios, me pegó horrible el juego.
I wanna be somebody. Me 2.0 for you.
No entendí porque no lo vi desde el inicio. Al principio aparecemos con el lobo. Y el lobo nos dice, te escogí porque eres un alma grande, te voy a llevar ante el guardia para el cielo, quién sabe qué. Y te acepta tu historia, que es una persona grande, destacable, te va a dejar pasar. Si no, te va a convertir en una paloma. Y ya pues vivimos, digamos, la vida. Pero realmente lo que vivimos fue la vida que imaginaba el niño. El niño a los 11 años fallece al parecer cáncer. Pero él imagina que él le tocaba el piano, dejó de tocar el piano, fracasó en tocar el piano, se enferma, se recupera, empieza a dibujar, va a una escuela prestigiosa de arte, hace pinturas, fallece su madre, se deprime de que falleció su madre, se dedica a la depresión y todo lo demás, pasan los años, vuelve a pintar, inspirándose en su madre, y de ahí y ahí como que ya avanza el niño. Pero el lobo dice, qué gran historia, muy bien, perfecto, me gusta. Ya lo lleva y le dice, oye, pero eres mentiroso, dime la verdad. Entonces empezamos a ver recuerdos que se habían bloqueado de la vida del niño, y pues vimos que uno de esos recuerdos bloqueados es de que murió. Entonces, ese es el resumen más apresurado que te puedo dar, y ya, porque realmente el juego sí me pegó feo. Creo que el 80% del juego me la pasé llorando, aguantándome las ganas de llorar. Ahí tienes entonces, ¿sí?
Tied to raffle tickets, I've got memories, but I'm slipping. You left some people in here wondering if you'll stay here or not.
Qué bueno que no compraste las alitas. ¿Qué viste? De hecho, por ti puse el juego y dije, no tenía ganas. De hecho, tengo pollo ahí en el refrigerador. Pude verlo, puse a calentar y a hacerme mis taquitos de pollo. Este juego está fuerte. Porque de cierta manera la narrativa es de acuerdo a lo que vayas haciendo. Y sí, hubo un punto que me frustré muchísimo porque la mamá vivía a través de los sueños de su hijo, sus sueños frustrados. Pero no sé qué puedes hacer por ellos, no sé cómo explicar esa parte. Son mamás y te comprenden, te escuchan. Es juego fuerte, juega That's Dragon Cancer. Vale, lo buscaré. Nomás de acordarme me dan ganas de llorar. Lo voy a revisar entonces. Soy una persona muy emocional. Si hay varios juegos que me llegan a pegar simplemente por ejemplo, el Valiant Heart me pegó muy fuerte. Más que nada por los hechos de guerra, toda esa parte. Soy una persona, aunque me parece increíble, soy una persona muy empática y sí, me pongo en el lugar, en la situación y lo sufro. Y aquí pues me puse la misma, hice lo mismo, me sentí un poquito reflejado y... Pero lloró hasta con Celeste. Pobrecito Juan. Yo también me puse mal por Celeste. Te agarré bien dormidita, ¿verdad? Ay, su carita sonríe. El mensaje que da sí está bien llegador, sí. Lo que a mí se me pegó en la depresión. A mí también. De hecho, creo que el primer juego que me vieron ponerme mal, creo que fue con Gris. Con Gris sí me puse también muy mal. Yo no sé por qué ustedes cómo disfrutan ver a gente ponerse mal con un videojuego y yo como me encanta jugar ese tipo de juegos. Y ni se queda viendo como que la puerta. No puedo soltar esto, ¿verdad? Volver al juego. Es para la calibración. Yo sí de qué es esto. Así te voy a comprar Gris en el cel para ya darle cierre a eso que no pude jugar. Este juego, ay Dios. Es de 2021, es un excelente juego, está excelentemente el gameplay, está divertido. Es algo que no sueles ver en la industria, está divertido el juego. Ya no chillé. No voy a chillar, ya. Ya me cambié. Muchas gracias por ver este excelente video. Sé que es un capítulo súper largo, una campaña súper larga, pero gracias por estar aquí. Los quiero mucho. Recuerden, señores, que su manita arriba, su suscripción y su activar la campanita de notificaciones ayuda a que YouTube nos recomiende a muchísimo más gente y pueda ver esta experiencia. Igualmente, ustedes pueden compartir directamente el video en sus redes sociales. Igual seguirme en ellas, porque allí estoy y podemos convivir amablemente. En la descripción está mi Discord para poder platicar, para poder pasarla bien. Y de nuevo, muchísimas gracias por estar aquí. Les dejaré aquí 2 videos, 2 listas de reproducciones de campañas que hemos traído al canal, que pueden experimentar en formatos más pequeños, videos más cortos, con mucho gusto. Y dejarme sus comentarios. Igual en este video de Before Your Eyes. Déjenme su experiencia si ya lo han jugado. Déjenme sus comentarios. Muchas gracias. Nos vemos hasta la próxima. Y recuerden, vida solamente hay una. Y a ustedes les toca vivirla. Vívanla al máximo y sean felices. Adiós.